everyone, Bigger Rasmussen here from the Coaching and Development Department. Coming up in the next 3 weeks, we have the Region of Origin series.
Neil plays short. North going to go close, going to go more than close. They're going to open the scoring here.
North versus South, 14 teams, boys and girls, 7 grades.
Directing traffic again as Morrison takes it to the line, gets the offload away as well. Nice stuff from Morrison. Signs for them as well. Just need to find a way, I think, to counter this go forward from South. And just as I say that, it's one of the smaller men.
It's at Cornwall Park, free of entry.
Load as well, and now Hatch joins in, and Hatch has got space down the sideline. A little bit of footwork will stand them up, and North hit back.
All battling it out in a 3-match series to see who is the top region in Auckland. North currently hold the title. Get down there if you can. If you can't, catch all the action on aucklandleague.co.nz.
They've been forced through a lot of defence in this one. Morrison, the step, the duck, the dive. Morrison's going to go over here. Yes, he is. Probably feeling the same way. We'll jump out of dummy half here now, and this might well split the game open. This is Carson. Mace Carson. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to a very sunny Cornwall Park here in central Auckland. Corey Rossa, joined in commentary soon by Troy Hardy. We are here for Region of Origin number 2, the second of our game days here today, and we're one game down on the schedule with the under-18 girls to be played tomorrow as part of that historic NRLW match between the Vodafone Warriors and the St George Illawarra Dragons. First up, we have the under-14 boys clash, and it's going to be obviously North taking on South. Now, North will be wearing the red and South the blue for those at home who are wondering. So not far until kickoff now, and we will run you down the comings and goings in terms of how these two teams went closer to kickoff. But as we say, ideal conditions for football here today. A good pitch, a little shorter on the grass than last week, so all conducive to running rugby league. So you see the team lists on screen there, and they are pretty well as named. Of course, these two teams played out a thriller last week. It was North, sorry, I should say South, who got up with a last-minute victory or a come-from-behind victory. Mac Necky was the standout in that one. He scored an 80-metre try. They were 12-0 down at half-time before coming back. So let's hope that we see something along those lines again. And last week, well, 2 of our 3 games were thrillers, which were decided in the closing minutes, one of which was a draw. So all ready to go. Referee blows the whistle, and we're underway for Region of Origin number 2, the second of 3 match days. And right now it is the under-14 boys, North, with first use of the football as they work it out now from the 20, and it's North who take a 4-2 series lead into today. One of the games, of course, ending in draw, which doesn't count for a win for either team. So it is North who lead 4-2. having won the series last year. And this is the 10, Toa, taking the ball forward. About 15 short of halfway now, North. A little bit of air now and up quickly, and now breaking free down the left-hand side. So North on the break now. Cover comes across for South, and they'll contain him just inside the opposition half. Did well to avoid the sideline there. They swing it out the back. Hands on it from Neil Mata. Stumbling and falling into the tackle. They haven't made much yardage, if any, on that play there, North. They get to their kick, a little dink over the top between wing and fullback, and just for a second it looked like neither of them wanted a bar of it, but in the end Nicholas scoops it up and South bring it back. Well, Troy certainly, after enduring not too bad of conditions last week, but a little bit of rain and wind, perfect conditions for football today.
Yeah, looking fabulous out there today. Good to be back with you, Corey, this weekend. Grounds have been mowed this week, and that made a big difference. You know, there was a lot of lush green grass here last week, and the ball was heavy and was probably holding up a lot, you know, especially with the kicks and what have you. But today, hard and fast, and the sun is shining. So if you're in the area, come down and join us. We're at Cornwall Park, and we've got 3 games on today, ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous day for rugby league.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the impact on the kicking game with the different length of grass we're playing with today. As South now work the ball forward and over the 40, and it's going to go coast to coast now, and chiming in is Necky, and Necky then hands off. So 12 inside attacking territory now. As we get to the business end of this set, they kick, it's across the body. The chase is pretty good from South, but is well cleaned up at the back by Folau. Niumata comes back in centre field, and then Lua Falialo has taken the ground, 40 off his own line. Neither team able to really get inside attacking territory so far. North again will try their luck down the left edge, taken down just on halfway there under a tackle involving Nicholas. Last play coming up now for North. A driven one down towards that same wing again, and it turns around Delamere. South now back out to this left edge, and a little break on here now. A chance now for South as Nicky joins in on the attack. Breaking away down that left-hand side, shakes out of 1, shakes out of 2, but then is taken to ground. And it's Andrews with the crucial intervention just in time there. Front foot ball now for South, though, as they charge down the middle of the park. And was there a strip in there? Knock on the call. So handover ball after a really promising bit of play there from South. Mac Nicky looks very, very good every time he gets involved. Andrews. Knight is the dummy half. That's messy. That's a penalty. But we'll go the way of South.
Well, that's the first one for today, and it'll be interesting to see whether they can, you know, mount a bit of pressure here. So tap and go.
So Leaf charging forward, and straight away they're only 8 out from the line. Here's Olo, attracting plenty of attention defensively from North. Cullen comes back to the inside and links with back rower Piutau, who shakes free. Cullen now burrowing low, but is held up and put onto his back. He's short of the line anyway. Olo looking to offload. Ball is wrapped up. Only 2 meters out from the line now. Options either side here for Cullen. Little duck and a dive, and over they go. First points on the board for South, and it's to a number 19 who is not listed on the team list, so we're not able to bring you that player's name, unfortunately, but South on the board after 6.5 minutes.
And we can see South team here. They'd shaped up fairly well off the back for good penalty. Bit of pressure mounting down here, just shifting it to the right-hand edge. And nice little step. Just turn that defender inside out, created enough space, basically get in there and burgle a try. 4 points up, and South are off and running at this point. Waiting for the kick to come. And a good strong crowd mounting out here at Cornwall Park. And like I said earlier, if you are in the area, come down and join us. Fabulous day for rugby league. A lot of talent on today, both boys and girls. As we wait for the conversion kick, struck well. And the flags are up. Corey, 2 points.
So North get us back underway off the boot of Shea Fa'aonga. Galloping round back, but halted as he falls into the tackle. Cullen. Necky again. Loving that left edge. Towards the centre of the park, they work it now south. Tuipolo Tuvaya. Difficult bouncing ball, which is taken well in the end. And a dangerous situation diffused there for North. Penalty here for South. So that's the second time North have been penalised on the football. Scrum packs down. Proctor Harwood, the first one off and breaking free. Back towards the centre of the park, now comes South. A little bit of footwork at the line. Was over the line, but help arrived for North, and they pull him up just short. Set heavy back towards the middle of the park now are South. Late offload, ball's loose, it's messy. And knock on is the call, so the play dies there for South, but some promising signs in the lead up. We'll have a scrum pack down now for North. You just get the feeling Troy South's power game starting to come into it now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think territory-wise, you know, for 10 minutes, they've probably had about 60-70% of the time down this part of the park, and seem to be chewing off it meters pretty easily. So they're in the right burn. I think the 2 penalties too certainly helped. You know, got 4 points up for them. Anyway, there's an opportunity for North to respond deep inside their half as they start to get the run on.
Seal with the first carry. Faleono. Joining in on the tackle was Wakaota. So the ruck is cleared now by Knight. And links with his playmaker, Fa'aonga. Driven back though, that's great defence from South. Back to the 20, so they're going nowhere in this set here, North. Carry forward there from Lua Falealo. Earns 10 metres. They'll kick from deep inside their own half, though. It's up over the top. It's not a bad kick in the finish. Cleaned up by Nicholas, who looks up and sees nothing but red in front of him. Shakes out of the first one, though, and still going.
Finally, tackle completed. Tried to play the ball down a little bit there, but South boys on a roll. Great fend. He's got 3 defenders on him. He's showing a bit of strength there, Corey.
Yeah, they're really fighting in the tackle right now, South. Of course, what that does mean is to play the balls a little slower, as we see a good carry out of yardage from Delamere. Cullen, the dummy half, comes back centre field. Down the left, they come again. Did well to hold on to that ball at the finish. 40 out from the try line. The big prop has to rush and become the dummy half. They're going to work the left again. Necky chimes into the line. Beats the first one here. Necky just about beat the second. Pops an offload. They're rolling now South. Through the middle of the park they come, although there's some big contact led by Faleono. 10 out from the line.
Go 3, go 3.
Kick in behind. Pressure on here for North. They have to play at it. Is he going to get out of there? Oh, it's a great escape. Seal Cully. How did he get out of that one? Blue bodies all around him. Good presence of mind to break away, and potentially an important one there for his team that would have put some real pressure on them if they had to defend back-to-back sets at that stage. Charging forward now via Toa. Knight gets on a quick play of the ball. He's then taken the ground. They're 15 short of halfway right now, North. Losing the arm wrestle, but remaining in the fight right now, thanks to some good goal line defence. They do need to find a way to control this, particularly back line of Souths, who are doing some real damage here. They get to their kick via Fa'aonga, and it's up over the top, and the chase is very good here for North, looking to trap him. Do well in the end to get out of there via Proctor Harwood, and comes back in centre field.
Nice break. Still going.
McNicky. Again, as I say, it's the back line doing the damage right now for South. Messina that time. Oh, driven back. Good stuff there from North. Leading the charge for them was Toa. Wrap around. Oh, that was awkward. Ball's loose, and North will turn it over just while they got there, because I don't think that was knocked on. So now's a good chance for North to find their way back into this one, build a little bit of pressure down this end of the park. Cody Knight says, get out of the ruck. Let's get things moving. Here's Toa. Their most consistent forward so far through the opening 15 and a half. Knight comes back centre field now. Neil Mata, little wrap around, as Troy just alluded to. A set play on the offering here. Quick hands out the back. It breaks down and just about disastrous there, Troy. But as you quite rightly pointed out, some nice shape in the forming there. Yeah,
they were calling it early after the first, probably second, third settle in, and I think they're trying to be a wee bit more constructive. You know, there's been a little bit of one off the ruck, and finally got into some good position here. However, didn't come off at that that attempt as we wait for the scrum to pack in. But they'll take a little bit of confidence from that. Ball in hand.
So North are going to retain the ball here, so I think a knock on each way was what we got to at the end of all that. And off the scrum, Vai Tuiliao shakes out of one, parging now, and had an unmarked winger and Kali on his outside. Flowers the dummy half, brings play back to the middle where he links with Neil Mata, the dominant playmaker so far in this team. Lua Falialo now, changing direction. That's a good carry. Lua Falialo, he's still going. Pulled down just short of the line. Great chance now for North. All the running going their way on this set. Knight clears the ruck, links with his playmaker who shakes out of the first one, but there's plenty of blue jerseys there to just drive them back. They're 3 out from the line now, North. Lots of space on this left edge if they choose to go that way. It's 1 out again. Toa, he's got the ball extended, gets driven back again. Need to probably give the ball a bit of air here. Instead, they're going to go short side. Vakalahi is contained. Knight out the back. Falau shuffles it on. South lines up quickly. Chance on here on the left-hand side. I think a foot was in touch. Yes, it was. Great call from our touchy right on the spot. Just about got away with the athletic finish, but a great call in the end. But as you say, Troy, North all of a sudden look like they've got a little bit of confidence behind them.
Yeah, it's their first time up this really part of the park. So they managed to crack off a couple of sets back to back. However, just getting across the line, but you know, foot going into touch. As we see the ball handed over to South now as they restart, and here they come.
Equally, I'm sure South will take plenty of confidence out of that. They were pretty good on their line that time, although I think in hindsight maybe North made it a little easy for them with some of that one-out stuff where they were just able to keep that defense nice and congested. This is Leaf. Moving on now. A bit of footwork and stepping away, and now he isolates his winger down the right-hand side, and now we've got a little bit of a foot race on here into open space. Beautiful stuff from South. It's Nicholas who will score. Some nice work from his centre as well. I think it was Dalmere down the right-hand edge. We'll get a good look at it here now. You can see just beat the first one, he slipped, and then from here Troy puts him into space, and the winger says, I'm away.
Yeah, absolutely. Gave him a clear shot there. Beautiful, clean corridor down that right-hand side, and it was basically just power burning here for lots of speed. And if required, had a man inside as well. And, you know, basically took it round close to the uprights there. Just make it a little bit easier for the kick at goal as we wait for the kick to come. In goal action brought to you by Pete's Filming. And our live stream partner CTAS here today. And with us throughout the whole region of Origin. No, you can see him out in front. And just watching in real time as we're back now.
Steps in. Kick is good. South lead, 12 points to 0. 20 minutes gone here. Region of Origin 2. And after coming from behind to win the first one, it's been a much better start for South here in the second Region of Origin. Looking pretty comfortable right now at 12 points to 0. As North come back to get us back underway. So back into it we go. Fresh legs on the park, and making his mark early on here, and I think that's the 17, Peru Donaldson. In fact, it's the 20, Peter Ropati.
Just as the players are coming right past the commentary box here, Corey, I can't help but think to myself, it'd be really interesting to see how these boys are when they grow up, these under 14-year-old lads.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Some big bodies out there today. This ball comes loose, Nicky dives on the ball. And saying that, plenty of small bodies who are holding their own as well. So some skillful smaller players, and none more so than Mac Nicky out the back there at fullback for South from what we've seen so far. Both dummy halves having good games as well. Cullen, they get to their kick. It's across the body. It's messy. It's just about gone backwards, and that'll be knock on. And now North look up and just for a second thought there might have been a chance. This should be a knock on each way, I would think, and we'll have a North scrum. Just wait for confirmation on that.
Yeah. North's ball. And it was half a chance. A lot of encouragement here from the supporters today.
Yeah, it draws a great crowd, doesn't it, the region of Origin?
And noticed you talking to one of the photographers here today. He gets a wee bit of a strong following from these sort of games with, you know, the players having their images snapped.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the stuff papers, the regional papers and the websites. Our man down here taking the photos. Some of the boys or girls might find themselves famous this week. So ball movement on now. Falau
Nice
creates
step.
a little half gap, shakes out a one, but then help arrives. It's nice work from the North custodian. Fatuliao taking the ground just short of halfway. Knight clears the ruck. Long kick down. The chase is very good from North. Look at this. Bearing down on it and just about made a huge play. He has got some serious wheels. I think that's Rafael Seal on that edge. It's the second time he's chased a kick like that. It is Seal. And very nearly that time, Troy, one of the tries of the region of
Yeah,
Origin.
he got some air, didn't he? This boys. So taking a wee bit of...
Penalty here for South. Messina. Cullen. Big contact on Stevenson. Another penalty. Another one going South's way. Now they want the quick tap, but call back and we'll do that all again.
Dealing with a few technical issues there, Corey.
Man of many talents,
Yeah.
as you so often remind me. Back into it we go now via Ropati. Pops a nice offload as well. Cullen on the end of it. Would be a big blow for North if South were able to get one more before the break. On the short side they come now. Stevenson. Quick play of the ball. North need to control this ruck. Cullen gets to a quick play. The ball looks to burrow low. Cullen's over the line. Did he get the ball to ground?
Let's have a look at the action replay. Referee's blowing time though. He has. It's gone to the half. And just as the boys are walking off in the background, we're having a look here. We'll pick it up on Pete's in goal action. Oh no. Yeah, just
That
at
was
the
a
end
leg
of it.
under there.
Yeah, well done.
So that gets us to half time, and it will be South leading 12 points to 0 very short break for us before we resume with the second half action.